having some time coming into this major, you hope they have worked on this map, because if you look at Passion, this was an insta-ban for years. This was a map they didn't even play in CS2 until recently, pulling up right at Rivals and surprising on it. And sure, they've had some on and off results, some close games, but ultimately this is a new map for Passion. This is a map where G2 aren't going to have a lot of prep to show off against a Passion UA or Mirage. I think Passion UA have done very well in this veto here to get Mirage coming through. So you hope G2 have put in some extra time into a struggling map ahead of the major.
All right, let's see if we can go either 2 for 2 on upsets in these opening games, or will G2 look to level things out? Looking like a B-pop from Passion. Mattis opening things up. And clean stuff from him for that early double, but here's JT, fragging IGL in all respects of the word. They've lost track of HeavyGod. They hear him firing off, but no chance to chase yet. They try and give that early kill away, and HeavyGod just going to be allowed to sit on an island there and pluck players out of the round. Confusing way for this to open out of Passion.
They got fully lost on HeavyGod there. They didn't know where he'd gotten to, and I thought they were going to peek together, but Halzog just walks in. JT back turn, perhaps thinking he's not still on the fight. Weird round for Passion in the pre-plant, no less. They don't even get that bomb down when they had the chance. And HeavyGod, nice double. Folico here with just a deagle for JT. JT deagle, Harry. We've seen it. We know about it. Often good for one.
I want to see if Nyx's ability, if you remember, he is really good versus Nico.
Yeah, only Nico.
I want to know if that can go across to all Kovac's.
Okay. Yeah, is it like... Yeah, okay. Okay. I'm here for it. And it was on Mirage. He was owning Nico back at Rivals. A map they were 7-5 up on. They still lost. JT Deagle. Shouldn't be any hope here. Nice control from HeavyGod. When HeavyGod's your Bianca or Mirage, you know you have firepower.
Yeah. Still, a bomb plant here is nice for Passion. Kavem.
Get him.
No more found. But still, money-making round there for Passion UA. Very little in the way of investment. Out of all the ways the second round could go, and really you only bring one Deeg into it, that's pretty darn good.
Yes, indeed.
Nyx is Nico's biggest bully.
Oh.
Can Hunter take him down?
Oh,
yeah.
My cousin will beat you up.
Yeah, exactly.
If you mess
slightly,
with me,
you know, the slightly older cousin coming in to try and
I'll call my cousin.
Try and stop big bully Nyx.
You're in trouble. Bit of vengeance.
Do you remember what the head-to-head was between those two? It's something crazy.
Like 100 to 1, I think.
No, it was like 15 or 16 to like 5.
Oh, it was worse. In the map or overall?
Overall.
It was pretty bad. It was like,
maybe
it was
18 and 5,
yeah,
something like that.
That sounds right. That sounds right.
Korea head-to-head.
Yeah. Okay, 54 found in the Palace by Young Grim. It's going to be contact here for Passion on this A split. They pop through connector. Missed timing for Mattis. He's been spotted, so Nyx is going to find him. 5v3 and HeavyGod burns in the molly, but is it really worth it when Passion get another trade? 4v2. Kabam doesn't know, and so Hunter reveals himself. JT responding, and Sunpire's back in spawn. They can figure this one out. Press tab, you know what you're up against. Can't stop that bomb. And no one gives him the satisfaction. No one even peeks. Grim and Palace passive. Passion looking like they're on the board. This should be a Sunpire save. Oh, guys, round's still live. Don't give him a chance. No kit, though, is the biggest problem.
Yeah.
They're too far away.
And they are like dropped in really rough positions. He's trying to put the fear in Passion a little bit with that smoke on the bomb, but it is just a drawn-out save for some Pius.
Gonna take the round win if you're Passion. Really succinct trading on that A-bomb site. G2 already feeling pressure, the fact that they're fighting through mollies like that. Doesn't stop Passion on their mission to the A site. First round on the board. Money on the line.
Something I've enjoyed is hearing the Passion guys throw out Hiroshi's just to try and keep Kavem comfortable.
Do it for Kavem. I feel like Hauslick's been doing that for years.
He has. He likes it. Walking through lower. It's Kavem and Nyx looking for this control. Meanwhile, for G2, 3 strong over here at A. Wonder if Malbs eventually might try and make a move, and that's exactly what Grim is hoping for, especially as they hear mid getting taken. He won't decide to aggress in through Palace. Instead, they just drop a smoke. They hope that that's enough to thwart any attempt of Passion coming through. Them dead first. Grim plays his hand into the Hunter crossfire. And there's Hunter dealing with Nyx down in the connector.
For Nico. Nowhere to go here for JT. Round is over. The full 4-man stack on that A-bomb site. Passion try and run it back to devastating results. And you don't want HeavyGod to grab this gun at the end of the round either. Don't want to give your B anchor an AK. Go on.
I was just taking a quick jab at the A stream quickly, having a little look over, glance over.
Yeah. Because
I just noticed Spirit versus Liquid starting over there. What would you say is the worst way for that game to start if you're a Liquid fan?
Losing the pistol?
Well, yes, but what one player would you... Oh, wait. Why is Jay... He can't win.
10
Sorry.
seconds.
Go on.
Donk ace pistol.
Yeah, he did. He did do that.
No.
He gives this big interview like, I'm not going to kill anyone anymore.
I'm a nice guy.
I'm just a nice guy.
Playing
and he aces the pistol, which is cool.
That's fun for him. Donk is back. He did say he was in his Shanghai form, Harry. We all remember what happened there.
But I believe in Keith. Anyway, back to R1. Here we are. Passion coming through with the tail end of their money. No AWP to try and battle against some Pius with, so here's an extra degree of freedom in this round.
Those couple of exits JT gets at least makes this fight interesting. It means there's consequences on this round if Passion can pick it up, and they're looking for a pretty pacey B split. That's a good nade. Hunter, though, can't get the kill. He crouched and gets hidden behind the box. JT with a massive opener as Passion split the site.
Oh, Mattis helped out by HeavyGod there. And HeavyGod just continues to put up resistance, will eventually get shut down. Kavem, another important multi-kill. Leaves this one open, a 2v2. Malbs MD and some Pius moving around to try and put a stop to this. Now, the extra few seconds taken to get that bomb have let G2 get set up and ready for this retake. A swing from Kavem gets punished. And Nyx is now left in a very tricky clutch. I don't know if they'll suspect him to play it forward like this. I'm liking the confident move from Nyx. Is he prepared for a second player in close at the market? Doesn't feel like it. Malbs gets the drop on him. And so G2 keeping this clean to open up that one. Sure, it comes down to the wire, but it builds upon this streak. And Passion's money is in a bit of a weird spot, so a chance to really sweeten the deal.
Yeah, you feel like the trigger discipline would have been the right play there, but it's just such a risky move when you can guarantee a kill in a 1v2 and you can massively increase your odds, but with no information. He just decides to take the frag. Malbs could be anywhere, he could be walking right behind him, so Nice try for Nyx. But G2 putting a lid on these rounds really well, despite one super clean A split coming out from Passion. All other set plays have been thrown to the wayside by G2. Are we going to see a more default round, a slower round out of Passion on this T side? It won't come yet. They're on pistols.
Oh, you want to know something else that's sick about Liquid Spirit going down on the other stream?
Okay,
they've ended up on Train.
Okay.
The map the Spirit do not play. And it's a similar gambit to what they did
it's
out in Austin.
When was the last time we saw it? It's not their
Austin.
Instaban. Okay, it's been since Austin.
Yeah.
Wow, they've gotten away with that? It's not their Instaban.
They've bought it through as a day one treat to just say, hey.
We can.
Just as a reminder, we could play this.
Well, this is often the case in these BO1s, right? Surprising maps coming through. I think this is, I wouldn't call it as much a surprising map for this series, but I would just say G2 are showcasing that their Mirage is back. That's what they're trying to do here. Trying to get some official prac on it in a game where they are favored and not feeling the fear of, you know, Passion. They've just started playing this map, which is good to see. It's a confidence-inspiring game here for G2 as they look to slaughter against these pistols. Immediate 5-on-1. Passion get shut down. Easy. Maps with 3.
Oh, seeing some frustrations for Passion at the start of this game. Said in the pre-match that G2 kind of fit in the bill as like a bit of a gatekeeper team, largely able to avoid any type of upset versus lower tier opposition, only ever really struggling versus the big dogs. And that was the appeal of their win in London, was them finally getting one back over the likes of Vitality, stopping them and going on to lift a trophy. That's G2 at their peak and what they're capable of. And so I think if you are back in G2 in at this major, you don't really want them to struggle too much in this head-to-head. And right now they're not.
Yeah, because let's be real, right? Who have they lost since London? Vitality, Spirit, Furia, Mongols. At the time, top 4-5 teams in the world. And 3D Max. Okay, that's the one.
3D Max one, it was like the one blip on their record.
Yeah.
That was back at EPL, right?
Yeah.
And that was was it for playoffs? Or was it in playoffs?
It was 4 playoffs.
4 playoffs, yeah. That was like the one kind of dark mark against G2.
Yeah, but otherwise, the results have been admirable.
And it's not like, you know, 3D Max, they're one of these teams that can randomly punch up really hard.
Yeah, and they beat them since that point anyway, so it's not, you know, it's not something repeated here for G2. I think they have a lot to prove in this major. The question for me isn't stage 3. The question for me is, like, can they win playoff games in arenas post-London with all the pressure on this team? Right now, just a beautiful game out of G2. No, everyone's holding their line. No one is putting them into difficult positions, not relying on clutches here for G2. Sure, that 1v1 for Maubs, but otherwise it's been a dismantling. Passion, another pop. Pistols on this B-bomb site, AWP in the way. Some Pius ready to stop him, hits his first shot, looks for the repeak as well. That flash does make him bound back. HeavyGod.
Nice kill for Nyx, but HeavyGod is so often just being a massive issue inside of this B site. They'll run him down after one, but look at all the time he's bought.
Okay.
Rest of G2 barreling in. Nyx has dealt with them all right now. Might need a bit of help. He's low on health. Nades bully JT down even lower, and you're starting to run out of room to run here. Mattis, confident charge forward, left to JT, and he can't hack it. Is Mattis playing with balls on that push?
Yeah.
Just no respect for his opponent. G2 keep racking up these rounds, man.
And this is why G2 are fun to watch, right? This is why their London Rumble so exciting, why they're a great team to see in these favored games. They don't play with respect. They're not going to give you all the room in that 3v2 and say, hey, yeah, get the bomb down, arm yourself, get a reload off, put yourself into good crossfires. No, they're just going to run at you, and they keep the pressure on the entire time. So love to see that from G2. Confident Counter-Strike right now coming from this squad.
Every time I open up this match page for the game going down on the A stream, it's like a fever dream. Donk had 200 ADR and it's still going up. He's nearly at 300 ADR. What does that mean?
What does that mean? Oh dear.
ADR's not supposed to work like this. No. It's not supposed to keep going up when it's already that high. But all right. Passion could really do with a donk right now.
Best I got is Nyx.
Yeah, he's giving it his all. Credit to Nyx. I mean, we were kind of talking about him. I'll hold this thought just while the fights are going down on ramp. Mattis. He does not care. Pushing it forward into that setup. Pius wins his fight over Kavem over here in mid, and Passion UA.
They know.
It's left to Grim and Jade that connected. Oof.
Knife out flank. They know they're both here.
Dude, G2 are playing like they are here to absolutely embarrass this Passion team. I don't think you could say they're showing no respect enough. They're practically spitting in their face right now. It's just Grim and JT, and
HeavyGod refuses to throw. He's not trolling.
Yeah.
He's waiting until they commit into the bomb site. They have to now. They don't even know the back door is closed. And G2 are playing passive enough that they don't even need to commit here in their gunfights. They can take a shot and let HeavyGod close in, and he finds the timing. He doesn't even wait for contact. He's walked it in behind them. Getting closer and closer. Look at G2 stall with the utility. Passion have to push forward and win a fight. They've got to find some Pius. Okay. But he lives. And HeavyGod, tick-tock, your life is on the clock.
And you know there's no winning this now. Like, there's no feat that you could accomplish in that type of a 1v3. HeavyGod just... That's the thing that's so sick about this team. You have a bunch of guys who are down to take risks. And really, I think that's almost team-wide. At any point in time, everyone is down to make a play. But then you also have someone like a HeavyGod who you know it can be one hell of a force to be reckoned with, can just carry G2 through matches. He'll sit back, he'll play it in the safest way possible. There was never a moment in that 3-on-2 that you were worried about G2 giving it away, and that's because HeavyGod knows when to be aggressive, when to be in your face, and when to just sit back and let the game do the talking.
He's in the last 6 months, he's the highest rated player of this team, and he is in some dirty positions on CT side. It's really impressive. Oh, Hunter got hit by the smoke, but it does ruin the smoke there for Passion. They constantly have to fear the threat of a repeak, and as G2 are going to swing window together, Passion replenish. Good timing from them. JT making a lot of noise here in middle while this B hit comes in, and G2 are going for information. They're all fighting together. That means HeavyGod's alone. It's a good kill, but they've got to stop this on B.
I mean, this is HeavyGod making the B site look like a star position.
Oh, no. Why? You wouldn't check this, would you?
He lets them all out. No. He lets them all in. And now they have a real false sense of security. The line up, HeavyGod, stars align. And there he is to be the wrecking ball, slams through that apartments play.
It's just such a dodgy position so late in the round to see a player still up on balcony, but it's because he's alone. His whole team fighting middle together. They even get that info early. Mattis is flanking, as HeavyGod lets them into the B-bomb site. Digs their own grave. 12-5. Mattis is 13-4. G2 are storming through this game. I feel you, Grim.
Yeah.
What can you do about this?
No, I mean, that's like the kind of the most relatable bit of frustration I think you will have seen from a player in a while. Grim just scratching his head. What's happening? Yeah, that's not quite what he said, but that's the intention behind it. This feels like when you log on trying to play a game and you just get steamrolled.
Yeah, you know, you come back from work,
yeah,
long day at the office. And
that's how it's feeling right now. Passion have just walked out, tired. They've got something in the oven. Oh, you're a little hungry. You just wanted to have one fun game with your friends. You've ended up on Mirage, and you're up against these guys. Yeah. G2 look for double digits.
These rounds are not even close either. Hello, checked out. Passion. Shut down. Denied at the door. 10-1 for G2. They look to make this BO1 an email. Sending a message on this CT side. Passion's inexperience as a team on this map may have been somewhat equivalent to G2, but as players, that's what this game is for G2. 5 guys all peaking at the same time. Okay, there's something. Gavem takes it dry out middle.
But you've not been able to hold on to these advantages. JT trying his damnedest on the play out through lower. Gets away with a second at low health. He's really done all he could and then some.
Bomb is T-spawn.
Someone's going to go back and get it. Grim going to try and charge round to get that. Rotates coming in. HeavyGod has proven to be a very safe and reliable pair of hands. Some Pius closing in on the CT angle as well. Coming around the corner, you learn about that AWP.
Good position taken here from Nyx, though. Oh, Grim just walks in. That's what HeavyGod was waiting for. And some Pius checks him out as well. G2, it's just the best day you could possibly imagine as they tear Passion UA limb from limb on the CT side of Mirage. There is no room left in this game for Passion UA. G2 hot off the press.
All right, G2 They've showed up looking to make this opening game a bloodbath. It might be so fast, it's almost unthinkable after the barn burner of OT between Imperial and Mongols to start the day. This is what can also happen in Stage 3. This is part of the fun of these BO1s and these opening games. Some Stage 3 teams are going to show up a little bit slow versus warmed up squads from other stages. Others are going to show up and show us why they're a Stage 3 team. And that's exactly what G2 have done here. You don't get, well, you could get more dominant than this, but not really. It's 11-1 G2. If they win, they don't even really need to win the pistol, but at this point, they're just rounds away from 10.
This game is over until Passion convinced me it's not. So what have we got in this B bomb site as G2 goes streaming in? They don't clear KVM out the corner, and so Julie's come up with a double. 2v5. What can Hunter do? He's got his teammate a long way away, trying to buy time for the flank as everyone comes in. Is it flank B or is it rotate A? HeavyGod.
It would be sickening to win this round. It's Hunter and it's HeavyGod at 2v4. HeavyGod has heard both players rotate out towards CT, and so they have an idea as to where Passion are. But as you lose the timing here, you open up to short as well. So for Hunter, I'm really curious how they play this.
Yeah.
He's slowed it down, now vulnerable to a short peek. That's not a bad way to get going. HeavyGod going to move around to try and join him. What a G2 cooking. They've been in the lab all week, 4 weeks in fact, getting ready for this game. Damage done on the Hunter.
There is a safe plant. Oh no, JT's clearing window.
Oh no!
There's a short kill. He doesn't have to stick. 20 seconds, they call the fake, and Passion UA move out. Hunter is low. It's got to be HeavyGod in the 1v2 clutch. No time to spare.
15 seconds, he's got to start closing the distance if he really is believing that they can pull this off. 10 seconds left. If you let too much time expire, this one's over, this one's done. And it looks like Passion UA might have kept it safe. No time to plant that bomb. Seconds are the difference here. Passion recover a 4v2 that was rapidly getting away from them.
Yeah, no business making it that interesting, G2, but everything they did there was perfection. Squeezed every second out of the round, found JT trying to re-clear positions. And, you know, I'll give one thing to Passion here. It's so smart they don't come through the window room, right? Realizing that is, you know, death. That is a death sentence. If Hunter's going back, it's because HeavyGod has room. So don't give him those free kills through the murder hole. Hunter says, eco. HeavyGod says, no. And I can't blame him. 16-5, G2. Let Passion have it.
I mean, it's one guy with armor at a deke, but even then, you still get nervous. In fact, he's gone for this type of an investment, Hugo. Certainly shows he's feeling confident. Oh my God, he hit it. Okay, okay, just don't ever jump.
Just don't, let it go.
Drop the smoke in. He can't get us now, guys. We're safe. And that's true for the moment. Grim's on a big backstab and confirmed that there's no crazy play to end this over on A.
Gulp.
They're full stacked inside of B. There's no reason to be worried here. No way. And now they found Hunter as well on this lurk. It's fine. It's all good. HeavyGod might get one back, but there's the backstab coming in for Passion. And so they will find that conversion on their pistol round win, but still a long way from making G2 feel any type of pressure here on Mirage. You've just got to take this one as it comes, round by round.
And is it that round right now for G2 as they set up for a quick A attack, calling out of spawn, catching players with nades. Good trade. HeavyGod looks for a further frag. There's a player in the bomb site. Grim's already tagged up, but he does make it work on the MP9. Deagle out for Grim, looking for the highlight. Headshot over the box, denied. Can Hunter get a rifle in time? Is it going to be another clutch attempt for G2? 2v4 as they slow it down. Passion set back up in spawn. G2 won't expect this space for free, but JT is giving it to them right now. Fake tap might be the move. Passion have regrouped back, all here. Hunter patient. They come to him. No way he hits them both. Are you ready for a third? Doesn't look like it. Nyx has got the round, saving Passion by the bell. During the full stick, 3 sick kills deep for Hunter. That's a head and hands moment. You're lucky you have 11 rounds to work with. Dear, oh dear, nice try. And what is a risky reswing for Passion. Hunter still in form. Really nice shots, but not enough. Halzug, 1 kill in the game, he's got an orb.
Pressure put on out towards mid and the apartments. And it's all to try and get this player boosted. Hunter throwing up in that boost.
Yikes.
Grim going to catch him with his signature gun. The AUG firing off for a 5-on-3. Potential for something here in Connector with HeavyGod sneaking into this corner. Kavem has no idea. And if anything, the longer you wait, the more valuable this position becomes. Oh, Kavem with the clear. HeavyGod shows a little too much leg and Kavem gets rid of it.
Halzug, he's been waiting all game.
Just wants a kill.
Just waited a little bit more.
Just wants his kill.
Yeah.
There it is. Halzug doubles his kills in this round now. And at that point, why not shoot for triple?
Jump of joy. Shut down on this B site. This is 5 alive for Passion. Look, if a comeback was gonna happen,
yeah, okay.
these would be the building blocks.
Where are you putting that right now?
Where am I putting that?
Like, you know, how likely? I mean, just a percentage.
How likely? Like 13%.
13% likelihood.
That's my random number for you.
Okay.
I just think G2 haven't had to show anything in this game, right? They do an A rush. They almost win it in a 2v4. I think you could do it again. I don't think Saul will let them. Maybe you do something a little bit more structured, but G2 have like just been running at them. And kind of fair after 11-1. 2 near clutch rounds.
But you know, there's that old feeling, G2 at 11 cinema, right?
It's true.
That can happen.
It's true. It's never over, Harry. It's never over till it's over. Right now, we're still going. Said Passion have to prove it. Well, right now, 4 rounds in a row. Just throw the molly, hope it lands. Did. Leg.
Tag for Halzug still. He softened up Mattis. That's a serious piece of the entry power removed early on up in the apartments. Aggression here out of Nyx. Someone who's been playing a good game for Passion UA gets put down as they feed HeavyGod. Back in the apartments, this levels out into a 4-on-4.
The idea is fair, right? He knows they've seen the orb, so G2 shouldn't be there. They should be running away from the orb, and Nyx tries to push in off that play, just didn't clear the corner. HeavyGod in unorthodox position, but that's HeavyGod all over, baby. 19-8. Makes this a 4v4. Regroups for a hit. Halzug in B. JT smoking Palace from spawn. So mid-util to keep Passion looking the wrong way. Or JT swang. Or swung. but he gets info that mid's clear. And so Passion put their pieces in the right place. 3-man stack in this site. They have a good chance.
Right place, right time for Grim, but he's not ready for a second. JT will be hot for the trade, and as Malbs creeps in, caught looking the wrong way. Sampaius now in this clutch all alone. Top performer JT, and alongside him, bottom performer Halzerk on this AWP. Won't be an easy round for Sampaius, but certainly not impossible. Gets off of that bomb, tries to put distance between himself and the site, looks for the swing, and Halzerk's given up. JT can't take it. Sampaius with the clutch provides match point to G2.
1v3 for Sampaius, just what G2 needed, just what they were waiting for. One of these star players to come through and deliver a round on their own. Very well put together by Sampaius. And Passion UA feel the burn. It always just felt like a matter of time, and even in an unlikely round, nothing impossible for G2 right now. 11-1 first half. They get back to their winning ways, and they look to close this with ease. Before it gets weird. Take here for G2. Or boost, but no one in the connector. It's close A positions here for Passion instead as they try and take space back.
I think if JT's bet up a solid case for himself at this major, it's always with solid opening moves, great ideas to kind of get the round started. In this CT side, you're going to see more of them. It's aggression out into the apartments over at A, but Grim was being considered, was being held. That kill has actually drawn HeavyGod away, looking now to play his part in this A split, and so Grim is suddenly handed a pretty good timing. Could end up on the wrong side of the map as he's committing to the flank over middle.
I think you'll find Sampaius.
But they're slowing down, and that's now HeavyGod holding the flank again. That window of opportunity only open for a few seconds. They're not at all aware that Grim could be here. They have no reason to suspect this, and so Grim has one kill on a platter out here in mid. Just down to the 2v4. But this kind of cut off of info goes both ways. HeavyGod also isn't fully known about over towards ramp. JT might be suspicious, and Grim is indeed coming back. For now, HeavyGod is operating in that tiny window of the unknown, looking for the opening kill. JT falls. Bomb dropped over here at connector. Flank for Grim remains in play. And Nyx burns a little in that molly. Missed shot from the Halzerk Orc. Grim still closing in. 15 seconds for HeavyGod. Gotta be ready for ramp. Catches the spot, but a little too late. Looked like Grim could have missed the window. That slowdown from G2 gives him just enough time to play. Passion still in Mirage.
Yeah.
Remains to be the case that the T side is where they've struggled the most, without a doubt, on this map. That's something they're going to have to get in order come the turn of the BO3s. And you don't have a lot of time to try and fix it. I don't think at the Major you could hope to do a full T-side overhaul, but you've seen a couple of these really, really rough T-halves propped up by a good-looking CT side.
Which is a shame, because you can see that they're believing in this comeback right now. The CT side piecing together here for Passion. Some really good moments. Still making their plays. Grim getting very active on this A site. And so Passion with nothing to do but try at this point in the game, and they have put themselves in a good position, breaking G2's money again. Another eco with a hero gun. We know G2 can win these rounds, but right now, struggling to close this map as clean as they would have liked. A game that could have been decided by the pistol. It's now raging on, 19 rounds deep. This could be something, though. Looking for the 5v4, the captain of G2 finds the one on the other side. Eagle up close, denied. Out ramp, they flood this site.
Yeah, don't underestimate Mattis. even with just this P2, gets away with some damage, but there's a man there to try and trade. It's some Pius. It goes both ways. Good stuff for Halzerk, who has been very, very quiet in this game, but that's an important trade to stop this from getting too weird. Hunter and Malbs have to try and get that bomb back, and before they could even think about it, have to get past Kvem. Malbs will manage it, and the Malbs Deagle known to be deadly!
Oh!
There's another for Malbs MD! Nyx left in this 1v1, creeping up. But Malbs has got one of his favorite guns in hand, and hot hands too. Nyx puts a stop to it. Clutch denied for Malbs. Game continues. Passion still believing.
4 players of Passion quaking in their boots when those first 2 Deagle shots come in. That's what Malbs is made of, but it's not enough to close this game. We are still here, folks. We are still here. 20 rounds after an 11-1 half. G2 giving us the content as they always do, and Passion refusing to go down. Such an exciting squad at this major, a surprise entrance to stage 3 for many, the first progression that these players have ever found in a major. And that's even for Grim, who played on Liquid. Same Cursed followed him. Passion pushing the limit against G2. Double under setup, not even needed. Maybe spotted in death cam, maybe not. It was a headshot. So fade to black for Hunter. And Passion go back to the A-bomb site. Quickly dismiss that stack down mid. Orb looks for a pick. G2, they're not going to catch Passion in the wrong position here. Set up well for this A attack.
I mean, this is where Halzerk, who's been criminally quiet in this game, really can't afford to go missing. He's out behind triple with the AWP. Going to be a target-rich environment. Can be hard to get going.
They decided not to clear mid. They're doing it now, but they need to hurry up and get back to this bomb site.
Hear that flash go off, and that might be the red carpet rolled out. You know that mid-clear just came in. Halzerk hits the first. Ball's rolling now on Passion's quiet AWP. Looking for a loud round. Oh, Halzerk hits another. Fighting to his last breath. He's gotten out with 2, leaving Passion in a good position. Kvem ready to play through. He's got Grim over the top of the stairs as well, but they're not feeling the pressure yet. They decide not to go, waiting for CT to get set up. Some Pius playing it forward, out with 1, takes it to the dome.
No!
On with the follow-up, and Kvem suddenly left as the last man standing, rushes down. Malbs. Game is still very much alive. Passion UA, you can never count them out. G2 are making every one of these 2v4s, 1v3s, doesn't matter the odds, they make them interesting, but Passion are closing it.
2v5 for G2, down to 1v1, they still don't close. 2v1 in fact, they were favored there, but Malbs putting the bomb down and Kvem runs at him. Fearless game out of Passion right now. Every reason to be scared with how close G2 are making these impossible rounds, and yet they can't close this game. Nice try after nice try, but Passion play on. This should be done.
Halzerk, aggressive move. Ballsy for a guy with 6 kills, but he got a bit of a taste of the action in that last round, and he wants more of it. This move could make or break this comeback for Passion. Sees an arm, gets out of there after missing that shot, so it goes unpunished. All can be forgiven. Break on the smoke in mid. Some Pius hits back hard. It's Kvem dead. Nyx can't stop them getting up through the connector. And so a lot of room taken here for the G2 squad. They put pressure on middle. The A players are scared. The bomb waits back in the apartment, so it's looking at end B, potentially with a boost out through the window. Yeah, you've got to be looking over your shoulder now. Passion, the map really starts to shrink down. Not uncommon to see Grim get aggressive in spots like this, and he's going to look again for that space at ramp. But this info could come too late. This info doesn't really give you a lot to work with. Grim is to be quiet and clear everything as he embarks on this wrap round. The onus now is on JT getting to position. Here's the B pop. 2 players here. 3rd is a long way away, and Hunter can still activate on this flank. Mattis and HeavyGod try their hand at the openers. Halzerk can't find more than 1, and this might be it, the beginning of the end, as Hunter's flank starts to come alive. Missed shot! How has JT hit that? He just flipped this into a 2v2 in seconds.
Flank.
lends some time to Grim on the flank. They didn't know about this. Pressure's on for some Pius. JT dead, Grim closes in, shots connect, and there he is, cut down. Finally, the round found that wins it for G2, but this ended up being a hulking effort. They were not ready for that much fight out of Passion UA.
Yeah, for a 13-8, that does not tell the full story here. Passion CT side put up immense pressure, but G2 made every round simultaneously